Hello everyone, this is the Voice of Warriors Ukrainian with the daily figures from the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. This is Wednesday, October the 4th, 2023. Let's see what we have today. We have here 460 eliminated, that's putting it nicely, personnel. We have 13 tanks gone, 18 armored combat vehicles destroyed, 47, such big numbers, artillery systems wiped out, 1 multiple launch rocket system, history, 41 drones, all shot down, 1 cruise missile, also gone, 30 vehicles and fuel tanks, plus 3 pieces of special equipment. Guys are doing a great job. The people of Belgorod last night didn't get a lot of sleep. Explosions, car alarms, pretty much what Ukraine has had since February 2022. This video shows a fire in an industrial area. Yes, you're right, it's Russia. This time it is in Krasnoyarsk. An aluminium plant that works for the defense complex is on fire. No, this is not a scene from a sci-fi movie. It is, in fact, reality. The head of the Ministry of Digital, Mikhailo Fedorov, has created an invisibility cloak for the Ukrainian military, which masks it from thermal images. The raincoat blocks heat radiation. It weighs 2.5 kilos, protects against rain, snow, water, high temperatures, and doesn't even burn. The sample has already passed successful field tests. And here's some very exciting news. Ukrainian scouts landed in Crimea on the west coast. There they had to fight with Russian paratroopers who were outnumbered. The fighters destroyed a significant number of Russians but also suffered losses. However, they were disproportionate to the losses of the occupiers.
ГУРМО здійснило чергову висадку на Крим. Крим буде українським або безлюдним.
Here, the Ministry of Internal Affairs shows what Klishivka looks like now, south of Bakhmut. The video shows scorched earth and destroyed houses. The occupiers wiped the settlement off the face of the earth, what they always do. The head of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Igor Klemenko, says Ukraine is looking for ways to return and punish men liable for military service who illegally went abroad. Here we need to find a middle ground. Don't reproach that we won't let anyone in, or we'll let everyone in, or he'll go to jail, or he won't go to jail. The state must develop a common approach to this problem. Because this problem will be social in the future, failure by one segment of the population to perceive the segment of the population that fled the war. Therefore, of course, the state is now looking for a middle ground so that these people can be returned to Ukraine, he noted. The minister does not rule out that the state may fine men who illegally left Ukraine as punishment. At the same time, this does not apply to those Ukrainians who left legally. Well, here's something for the good guys. The United States will hand over thousands of interceptive Iranian weapons and ammunition to Ukraine, according to CNN. The head of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Igor Klemenko, says Ukraine is looking for ways to return and punish men liable for military service who illegally went abroad. Here we need to find a middle ground. Don't reproach that we won't let anyone in, or we'll let everyone in, or he'll go to jail, or he won't go to jail. The state must develop a common approach to this problem. Because this problem will be social in the future, failure by one segment of the population to perceive the segment of the population that fled the war. Therefore, of course, the state is now looking for a middle ground so that these people can be returned to Ukraine, he noted. The minister does not rule out that the state may fine men who illegally left Ukraine as punishment. At the same time, this does not apply to those Ukrainians who left legally. And here we have a Swedish Stridsvagn 122 tank by the name of Barracuda in camouflage, which is in service with the armed forces of Ukraine. Here it is in the Crimea forest. And here we have a video taken today during the scheduled training which happened in Russia. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine has completely outplayed the Russians, according to ex-commander of US forces in Europe, Ben Hodges. Quote, Russia is focused on countering Ukrainian ground operations at a time when Ukraine is conducting so-called multi-space operations on land, at sea, in the air, and in cyberspace. Ukrainians have defeated Russians in the use of FPV suicide drones. The graph shows the number of geolocated strikes by FPV drones by month. Blue is Ukrainian and red is Russian. And here is the brief report for the day from the Ukrainian president. There were different meetings, and among the main ones was a meeting with the chief of the main intelligence directorate, a substantive one, about good things for Ukraine. We managed to accomplish something important in security matters. More details later. On the conference call today, there was a report by the head of the Security Service of Ukraine on countering collaborators. Also an informative one. Overall, we have reasons to thank our guys from the Security Service today. Important operations and most importantly, effective ones. Well done. I held a meeting with government officials. We agreed on it yesterday in Kharkiv. We have various government programs to restore the regions and help people who lost their homes. There is work on rebuilding the social sector and physical protection of energy facilities. I have instructed to draw up a detailed report on these issues. We are doing our best to provide Ukraine with more air defense systems before winter. And now, by the way, we are expecting certain decisions from our partners. But all the work in the region that relates to the physical protection of critical facilities and urgent reconstruction has to be completed as much as possible by winter. Glory to Ukraine! And in our final story for today, how to evacuate the wounded under shelling. The truth of the war was recorded by the video cameras of the Steel Border attack aircraft during the battles for Klishivka. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the news for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Slava Ukraini!